So I think you're here really to talk about the project or listen about what we're doing. And we're working on several different things right now, and it's early on in the process, but we're going to define the district first. Now, this is an aerial photograph, and let's see if I can point this out. This side right here is Park Avenue, Kearns. This is the yard. We're right in this building right there. Bonanza Drive. Through here. The Bonanza Park District is defined in the Land Management Code with the city, is defined roughly by those orange dashed lines. Pretty good piece of property as far as scale. I think it's about 80-some acres. And the property that we've been working with, and we've submitted pre-NPD applications, this is the yard. We've called this Bonanza Kearns, or some places Kearns Bonanza. It's a conglomeration of buildings and properties. And then Powder Corp, Park City Mountain Resort parcel here, where you see the metal building where there's storage and parking. We want to talk a little bit about what's here today. You probably don't think about the district very often because we spend most of our time as citizens driving around it. And this is what we drive around, this is what we see. I walked the district in about 15 minutes on Saturday, took these photos. This is looking on Kearns down to the east. This is the corner of Kearns and Bonanza. It's interesting to see what's going on here. We have 5 lanes of asphalt. We have a small sidewalk right on the side of the property, sidewalk over here. My kids often walk on that as they come back from the high school or from Treasure. And we live in Thames. It's not a very pleasant experience. At least you have a place to walk. But if you're walking and there's snow or ice or rain, you're really close to the traffic. If you go down Bonanza Drive, basically you see stick frame buildings that are moving past their prime. They're doing their best to take care of them with parking lots in front. And then as you get into the district, you start to see a lot more metal building structures. It's a different aesthetic within the district. And this is on Munchkin. You know, the recycle center is sort of right behind me. This is at the same intersection. You see the recycle center here. And we are in this building right here. This is looking across the Powder Corp parcel between the substation from Munchkin. And this is looking to the north off of Munchkin. You see a nice market. One of the things we want to talk about is that as we work through this project, we'll be working with the existing tenants in these buildings, looking for places and trying to come up with solutions for where they might be. We think this is an integral part of Park City. And those are the types of things we want to keep and maintain. And then this is on Homestake Road looking to the south. And then Homestake looking to the north. And then Homestake looking to the east. And then this is in the yard. As we look back to the south, it's a large asphalt section. If you look at the aerial photograph, you're going to see that. And then again, you'll notice it's basically small metal buildings and asphalt, the whole district. And then in the yard, you also have this substation structure. And we're standing, that picture's taken right on the other side of the wall. And this is our general commercial district. These are the things that we've shown you. This is what we classified in our zoning as the places for general commercial in our town. What's possible here? We've been asking that question for 10 years, looking about what could happen, what we might want to do, thinking about what the city needs, what problems can we solve. Those are the things that we're thinking about as we master plan this area. So with all of that, there's been some groundwork done. The city's done some work, and they started a visioning program. And in Vision Park City 2009, they generated this graphic, which is what they call the vision filter. And we've looked at that, we've tried to build upon the principles in the visioning document. The center of this document is our core values as a town. We need to think about how we work with that. What are we doing? How does this implement through the process? Then we have what happens around it, and then the questions that we have to address every time around the outside, whether it's a development or whether it's a new festival or what we're trying to do in town. This is the filter that the vision process put together. In that document, there's some key visioning themes. They're interesting. I said 5 yesterday, there's actually 6. There's a natural environment, there's sustainable growth, a strong sense of place, a strong sense of community, diversity in people, housing affordability, and then a stable and sustainable economy. We think that Bonanza Park has the opportunity to embody all of these ideas, all of these values, and all these themes. In that document, they ask, what are we going to do with the document? Well, we're going to use it. One of the things we're going to do is update the general plan. That's in the process right now. What they're looking at is community input. That's the document that we have. And it describes our values and visions. And so what we're trying to do is go through that. In our submittal for the pre-MPD, we've asked if we can submit this project as a pre-MPD and use it as part of the general plan discussion so we define what we really want. We can see what the implementation of a project would be, how we can use an existing project to help define what's going to happen in town. That leaves us with an opportunity. We start looking at what those opportunities are, and they're huge. There's lots of different things that happen here. Makes you ask lots of questions. You know, what's missing in town? This is our place. This is what we can do. What's missing? We have lots of questions. We put 4 up here. You know, a place to buy everyday goods, a place for us to live after our children are gone, a place for our children to work and live, a place to learn after high school. There's a whole lot more. I'd like to see some more of those questions in the suggestion box.